Julia and I have got to know a few farmers since we've been looking for land. So today I thought, as I've escaped to the country to avoid all the shenanigans of what's going on in London and the election and all of that, hello you, I thought I'd come down to a local farm and to just ask if I could film in the barn, as it's actually quite windy. We can see the hay here. It's interesting, having spoken to the farmer, grass is not growing back as quick as it used to. But we know that this is because of the chemtrails, of course, and the chemicals they're dropping down on farms. So farms are being targeted. So somehow, farms have got to survive. They're going to be looked at to be providing the source of food. And they need to feed the animals in the winter, and hence this is why you have all this hay that's being cut. And if you can get 1, 2, possibly 3 harvests of hay, then that's really good. You can hear my cold is not quite gone. I was watching the farmer and his apprentice, a chap called Nathan, and I was watching them cleaning out the farm buildings. They were cleaning out the dairy herd in readiness to lay some more grass. Are you pecking at my feet? They're very tame, aren't they? And a lot of the farming is still manual, with a pitchfork. And you're getting the sides where the cows have compacted with their poo, with their cow pats, and it's all up against the side of the barns. And I was watching Nathan, who I think is only in his teens, working away. I had a chat with him, and it was so encouraging. He wants to be a farmer, and this particular farmer was encouraging him to do the work and learn the system. And we need more of that. We definitely need. And I do believe, even though most of us live in towns and cities, that inside people's, in their hearts, once they get into the countryside, they know that this is a calling, and that's what they want to do. And the government hasn't made it easy. DEFRA definitely has not made getting into farming as easy. The big agro companies want monoculture, 1 crop or 2 crops over swathes of land. And for me, this is not good, because effectively that monoculture is going to processed foods, highly processed foods, filling up the shopping centres, the supermarkets, with food that really has a lot of the goodness taken out. Are you going to carry on pecking at my leg? Come here, you swine. Hey? Yeah, we know all about your... Go on then. You know, being close to chickens like this, it's a calling. I feel this in my bones, watching the work being carried out, watching them bring the cows in, herding the cows, using their arms to drive the cows in. And I know now this is what I've got to do. I've got to get away from the studio. And as much as the interviews have been amazing, and I've had some wonderful guests, but you can see how absolutely incredible this is. Nature, farming, the oldest industry ever. Some say the oldest industry was prostitution, but farming came before that. What's your game, eh? And there's so much to learn. When Julia and I get our land, and we will have some hens like this, beautiful layers. Look at the colours. They lay eggs all over the place, apparently. And sometimes it's a bit of a mystery to find where the eggs are being laid. I will have to ask the farmer if I can buy some eggs from him, because they'll be beautiful and fresh, not like the supermarkets that have been stored and bought from battery hens. These are just, really free range. And it's fantastic. What are you doing? There's no food on me. I'm hoping that the illness, the cold, the detox will disappear fairly soon. I'm sure it will. Tomorrow I will know if the channel is back to normal, whether I've got the channel again. But as I say, I think I will honour the next few interviews, but we may be now, it's time to get the land. This has been a bit of a calling, watching the farmers working and just wanting to be there. Now, I'm not strong. When I was doing the heritage landscape and nature, I could walk for miles, loved it. But having spent the last 19 months sitting in front of the screen, radiating my brain with the EMFs in the studio, but talking to wonderful guests about a whole load of things and building up the channel, which could at any minute be taken away, I've obviously got weaker in the muscles, but luckily I have muscle memory. And so once we get on it. Now, farmers, they're in their 60s, many of them who've been farming all their lives, and they want to retire. The weird thing is, I am 60, and I feel I've done my apprenticeship of life. I'm ready for life to begin. Never mind life beginning at 40. For me, it's going to begin at 60. I want to get myself toughened up. When I've been reading these old books by people like A.G. Street and others, you read about these people 100 years ago in their 80s, doing 12-hour days, back-breaking work. They were strong. We can do it. But fortunately, we have tractors. We have modern technology. We don't need to use the massive stuff so you're no longer connected to the ground, to the soil. But we can use the machinery where we're in control of it rather than it is in control with us. You all right? I've never been this close to chickens and able to stroke them. It's amazing. I don't know if they all have individual names. And if they do, how would you tell? Look at them pecking away. I tell you, this is what I really needed to do, and I would encourage others. Go and talk to farmers, small farmers. Talk to them. Get on the land. Offer to help. Something. It doesn't matter what. They may give you the roughest of jobs, but connect with the land. It is the most essential thing that we do. We have been so separated to the importance of life. Get on there in a camper van, in a tent, in a caravan. Get on the land. Get up at 6. See the sunrise. This morning, beautiful here. Absolutely blue sky. But by 7 o'clock, boom, boom, boom. The lines of the chemtrails were coming in. Although, you coming? Come on in, come on. There we are. We've had cloud most of the day, but the sun has come in. Go on in. So tomorrow, I'll bring you another report. I don't know where I'll be. Wander around the countryside, see what occurs. And hopefully, would have got rid of this wretched cold. More pontifications. And by the way, I know there's some sort of thing going on in Parliament at the moment. Are they trying to find out who's going to be the next leader? Don't tell me. I don't want to know. I'm not looking at my emails. There's too many, so don't bother emailing me. I just don't want to know. So there we go.